My name is Candace PRINTZ. I am currently the Assistant Director of Fine Arts for Socorro ISD in El Paso, Texas. I have over 15, 16 years of experience teaching art at the high school level and in addition to at the college level. And my role with Green Hope Project is I am the creator and founder. A lot of what Green Hope Project does, like I mentioned, is really directed at environmental concerns. And so we do that in a way that we use the tools we know. And so that's education and the arts. And so we feel like imagery, helping people to feel moved, helping people to take action is super important. And one of them that we have coming up is an artist from Lisbon, Portugal is going to come to our city and create a giant trash mural. His name is Bordalo II, and he had murals done all over the world, in Rome, in Russia, in Portugal, everywhere. And the mural that we want Bordalo to do will be depicting an animal that is endangered in our region. And so it'll be very personal. And we think that is important as well to make it relevant. We just absolutely believe that people having a visual of this mural created out of trash. I mean, things that would end up in a landfill will be drilled into the wall to depict this animal that is being hurt by it. We never want to leave the community feeling hopeless. We want to leave the community the way that here's the problem, but you can be a part of the solution. We also do a lot of educational initiatives. We do hikes, we go to classrooms, and we speak to elementary, middle, high school, college students. We are also developing environmental project-based curriculum, and that will be free to any teacher in the world, and that will be on our website. We do our yearly Adopt a Highway cleanups because people need to have feet on the ground and see what the problem really is. And finally, because we don't have enough to do, we think that we want to be even further reaching. We have a yearly environmental summit. And so that environmental summit, because of everything that we've learned about technology, can be hybrid. And so rather than just being in our city, in our region, anybody can tune in worldwide. We know that we can use art to make change because throughout history, it has always made change. Art is long lasting. Art can't get in an argument with someone. Art is something that when you see, you can't unsee. Art is more powerful sometimes than words. And it moves people because when they see it, interpret it in a way that it hits home to whatever's relevant to them in their life. And so we're hopeful that through the arts, we can make a difference. And not just like, hey, look at that pretty picture, it moved me, but also in the choices of the materials we're using as artists to be more eco and more friendly. We know plastics exist. Plastics are not the best thing in the world, honestly. And so our goal is to use what we already have in a way that it's not in the landfills, and then also inspire educational initiatives that have competition and invention embedded in it so that kids are competing for ways to create inventions that get rid of these harmful things. And so I think advancement is going to be with, technology and just science and different initiatives. And so we know that as artists, we need to partner with science and engineers as well. But art is powerful. Art creates change. We have this machine that we're building. It's called Precious Plastic. And so one machine shreds the plastic and turns it into pellets. And then the next machine takes those pellets and you put them in there and it will heat the plastic up and you can extrude it. You can do slabs out of it. You can do molds out of it. And so we'll be making those mold machines as well. So imagine that somebody can come within our community, your community, to this simple machine that's being made by maybe engineering students or, people who are trying to get experience. They bring their Tide bottles that they have already used and would have ended up in the landfill. And then we turn that into a phone case. We turn it into jewelry. We turn it into bricks to build. We turn it into chairs for kids to sit on. I mean, the possibilities are limitless. We have big dreams. And I think we do need some assistance with that financially to get going with the precious plastic machines, bringing artists in from an entirely another country. Doing curriculum, we believe that it's really important to pay the educators that are writing this curriculum, because that's no small task. And so we want to give back in that way. When we do have artists do community events, whether it's workshops or murals, we have a racial harmony mural even going up right now that Green Hope is a part of because of the art component. We believe in paying artists because it's not fair to ask them to do stuff for free. So a little bit of donation will go a long way with us. We know a lot about stretching a dollar. We know a lot about taking trash and turning it into something beautiful. So, your $25 donation will go so far, because when you think about your $25 donation going towards the supplies that are needed to create a mural, or the small amount that we need to build these precious plastic machines, or having this art competition where kids and adults are inspired and they get to be a part of something they're proud of, your $25 donation will touch hundreds of thousands of people, and if not millions, because without exaggeration, El Paso, Texas is nestled in the edge of Texas, and so we have a giant borderplex of Mexico, New Mexico, and Texas. And within that borderplex, we have 2.5 million people. And not only that, but El Paso, Texas has one of the military bases, Fort Bliss. So we have people coming in internationally. We have people crossing the border. So can you imagine your $25 donation helping to create a mural that is addressing animal endangerment and pollution within the world, and that being seen by hundreds of thousands of people? You have no idea the effect, that trickle effect is going to have, and how many people will go back and share that with their families and tweet it and retweet it and post it. And your $25 will go to educating and inspiring millions of people. I know that there's a lot of things that go on in people's lives, and you can get overwhelmed, and there's so many concerns, but I keep going back to the fact that if we don't take care of our planet, none of those other things will matter at all. So really, the environmental concern is the biggest thing of our time, because whether it's health, food, gender equality, economics, that won't mean anything if we don't have a planet that we can thrive on.